Welcome everyone to our online Parent Toastmasters meeting. It's Thursday again, as last week, and it's gonna be Thursday next week as well. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you a secret. There's gonna be Thursday every week from now on, always. Isn't that amazing? Ah, let's get to the agenda. Today we have a little bit of a special day because we have our speaker who's like a dummy speaker for Tibor to train on, because Tibor is very skilled, but he got himself into a big competition. But that means if he wants to succeed, he needs to practice some more. So our speaker Tessa is going to be his speech dummy today. I like that word. As well, he's going to give her feedback, and then the rest of us, like you, me, and you, and you, and you know yourself, right? Like everybody who's here basically is going to give feedback to both Tibor and Tessa. So Tessa can be like, I did a good job, and Tibor can have a lot of notes that what he can improve on. Remember, feedback is for them, not to them. You are not punishing them with feedback, you're helping them out. So honesty is always welcome. We'll continue with our agenda for today. You can find the agenda in the chat. Can you all see it? Just shake your head that you can, or nod your head. You can all see it. Okay, you can all see it. It's a little bit different today. We'll be starting, well, with me. I'm here today as the Toastmaster of the evening. I'm trying to find the agenda myself so I can say what's next. There we go. After me, there's our grammarian Anna Yurishova with the word of the day. I'm looking for what she came up with. Then we have our dummy speaker, Tessa, who is going to share a speech about officer roles and what they do. Like, we are all kind of seasoned Toastmasters here, but we do have roles, and some of us are in them longer than others. I'm sure that she can teach us all something new. After she finishes her speech, Tibor, I will move you to a separate room so you can just chill, and we can talk, so we don't have to sit quiet for 5 minutes. That's embarrassing, So you have your own space. And after 5 minutes, I'm just going to bring you back in, and then it's your time. After Tibor is done, I will introduce the panel evaluation, which means that we will start first with Tessa. Everybody will share their opinions, ideas, and suggestions for Tessa. And then we'll continue with panel evaluation for Tibor. So make sure that you are making notes on both of them and that you write down something that they can improve on. We are not many here today. I'm asking you, for their sake, for just sake of being nice to each other, find at least one thing on both of them that they can improve on and that you like. At least one thing. I'm sure you can do it. The more the better. We do not have an arc counter today, but Tibor, you don't really need an arc counter. I heard you speak, like you're a little bit here and there, but it's not too terrible, and that's not what competition is about. Grammarian Anna Yurishova, that is necessary because we want to be able to speak properly in English. Our quizmaster Damian, who is very focused right now, I can see him, he's just turning the questions inside. What am I going to ask these people? And after that, it will be finished with Vivian, almost finished, who will share the time of our life today. Kind of like we are having the time of our life. This is now, but let's not get into philosophy of life. She will tell us how well we've done with our time. Since I don't see any cards so far for myself, I think I'm doing pretty good. I think I'm like 6 minutes in, that's fine. And in the end, there's Sonia, as our general evaluator of tonight, and she will share her opinions on everyone. She's just going to be so judgmental today. It's her job to just judge us and tell us how much she hates some parts of us or what does she love about us. And I know she can be very opinionated, so don't worry. We have something nice to look forward to. All right, guys, this is all from me. For the last couple of minutes that I have left, let's just run real quick through questions. One question, I mean, at least. What have you done today for yourself that you are proud of? One thing. One thing that, what did you do today for yourself that you can be proud of? I will start. I finished a big project after 3 months. It's been a big deal, but I'm happy I finally am done with it. Good things for me. We'll continue. Sonia.
What did I done something today that makes me be proud? After a stressful day, I did exercise and I chose a program or the workout which I didn't plan to do today because I was thinking after yesterday I should have a little bit of a rest. Might be a good idea. Then I said like, no, I'll do this one. And I'm proud I did it. And yes, tomorrow I won't be able to sit, but that's fine. That's tomorrow.
Tomorrow doesn't exist yet. That's right. Thank you, Sonia. Tibor?
Thank you for the question, Peter. Today I've set aside time for myself. It was 1 hour. It was shared. I shared this time with Andrei Majari. Some of you, I'm sure, have heard of him. And this conversation was really inspirational for me. And so I consider it as something that I can be proud of.
Awesome. That's amazing. Thank you. Tessa?
The same as Sonia. I did the exercise today and I'm proud of that.
Exercising is very good. I'm still bringing myself to it, but I do meditate now for a week almost. Anna?
What I did, I am proud of. I am trying to turn off my mobile phone. Apart from that, I clean my room.
Good. Staying clean is important, especially like if you live on your own like myself. Damian?
I finally shaved my beard after a week.
Your what?
Bird.
Birds fly.
Beard, you mean beard, probably.
Beer is beer.
Yeah,
We all know what I mean, but
yeah, beard. Yeah.
You look great. Don't worry. Vivienne?
I learn English with Anna.
That's amazing. Keep learning. It just takes some time and practice, and then you'll be speaking fluently like everyone here. Havran?
I got up from my bed at 4 p.m. and had a shower. That's all I was able to manage today.
So far, so good. How much longer are you going to stay up?
Well, probably till like 6 a.m. next morning.
Yeah, plenty of time to accomplish more. You showered and woke up. That's good. Thank you. Now, let's get to the main program of our evening.
Question, excuse me. If I may, Vivian, what is the way you are going to show time, please? With cards. Okay, thank you.
Make sure you show it during his time because, like, I think I'm already over time. She's checking. She's checking. I know I'm over time. Don't worry. Our speaker, Tessa, please unmute yourself. Do that beaming smile that only you can do. Look at you. And let's do this. Tessa on officers' roles and what they do.
Welcome, guys, and thank you so much for being here, for listening to my presentation. This is the educational speech, but it doesn't mean I'm going to educate you. I will give you the opportunity to learn something. And I really want you to discuss that with me, and I want to see that you learned something. So, in the beginning, I have a question for you. What are the skills you want to improve in your life? Do you have any idea? You don't have to answer, but in case you do, please raise your hand. Tibor?
Active listening, definitely.
Active listening, amazing. Sonia?
Time management, stress resilience.
Thank you. Anyone else? Peter?
Not doing stuff when I'm supposed to do it.
Okay. Anyone else? In case you don't know now, I will give you a chance during my presentation. This will be the chance and time for you to reflect on your strengths and weaknesses and to think about what you can improve about yourself and what you want to improve about yourself, because I will be introducing the roles within the officer and exec team in Toastmasters. And I have to tell you that it can give you the place to improve the skills. For example, if you want to improve your leadership skills, organizational skills, motivation and communication with people, or to just keep tracking of things, you can build this during this role. And during the role, you would be able to choose. And during my presentation, please do two things. Grab the pen and paper. You can't see it. And I want you, not all of us, and yeah, no one is perfect. So in case that my suggestions will be, you will think that there are not enough, I will give you the chance after my presentation to add something to that. For example, if I mention not enough things that a certain role does, you can add something and we'll be all learning today. And the second thing is, think about your skills you said and you would like to say, and I will ask you after that if there are skills that you can improve within the role. And now I think it's time to really introduce the role. So I will share with you my screen so we can have a start. Yeah, give me a second. I will give you a real presentation mode. Yeah, I know that we all have our child self inside, so we'll do a game. The game is called Guess Who I Am. Let's get started. Okay, the first person within the Toastmasters roles has to do mentoring program, progress of members, and educational speeches. Is there anyone who would like to raise the hand and guess who that might be? Tibor?
Vice President Education.
Vice President for Education. Well done. So this is not the competition, but the game will look like. You will see a few ideas, I will ask you, and then I will add something to that. So as we can see, mentoring program, of course, Vice President for Education is there for education. So he's keeping the track of the progress of members. He's supposed to lead the mentors when there is a new member and he wants to become a like member of the club, then the member should have the mentor. And this mentor should be chosen or discussed with vice president for education. It is good to give educational speeches, just as I'm trying to do now, by vice president of education. And it's good to motivate people to compete and to organize club competitions. And that is all that, for example, vice president could do. So as you could see, there is like motivation of people as a skills to learn, keeping track of the progress and being like on top of things and trying to improve yourself to be good educator and vice president for education for the others. Another one is responsibility, motivation, and decision maker. Can anyone guess who that is, Sonia?
I guess it is the lovely lady who is speaking to us right now. So Mrs. President
Yeah.
or Madam
Yeah.
President.
Yeah, besides all the roles that president has, these three are important as well. Responsibility. Why responsibility? He's like the most responsible of the progress of the club, of the good relationships within the officers, within the club members, establishment of the atmosphere on the meetings and between members, motivation of people, of course, is really important. You as educator, not as an educator, but you can also be the educator, but the president, it is good to motivate people to want to work with you. And decision maker, it is not that president should make the decisions himself or herself in case it's a woman, but it's good to discuss that with members or with officer members. But the final decision is like done by president. It might be supported by, the majority of votes in case there is a voting. So he like says the final decision, but the decision is made by all the others. So as I said, establishment of lovely atmosphere, organizing the meetings and club meetings and officer meetings mostly, and communication with area director. So there are many skills that I've already mentioned that you can learn as a president. So I think I don't have to repeat that. He's just, or should be, a leader. Another person is taking care of everyone and is interested in new members. This might be a little bit confusing or difficult, but I think that Sonia would know that.
I would say it's a vice president for membership.
Yeah, it's a vice president for membership. Why taking care of everyone? And I put this in this way because vice president for membership is here or should be here to take care of members, for to know about them, to talk to them, to really care about them in case they need something, they want something, to advise them. For example, a person who should give the advice or something like that. And interested in new members, yeah, vice president for membership is the person who would be able to make from guests the members. Another person, yeah, is supposed to manage the budget and membership payment. And I think Damian, who is that?
Me, but I don't know name of the role, but I know that it's me.
You know that is you. Okay, this is supposed to do by sorry, treasurer. Yeah, of course, treasurer. Yeah, it's the treasure of the club, and he's keeping the financial records, knows the budget when there is time to pay. he's supposed to manage that. Another person is, oh, taking care of social media and informing about events. I think, you know, Anka, who is that?
It could be vice president for public relations.
Exactly. That is the person. So beside this role to take care of social media, to post the things, to inform all the other people, not only club members, but to also inform the club members about what will be and what is going on.
Time is over.
Thank you so much. I thought that 10 minutes will be enough for me.
Apparently it wasn't. Look at that. Happens, eh? All right. Now give me a second. I'm gonna move Tibor somewhere else so we can talk about him. There we go. We don't have to be quiet now. This is 5 minutes of like free
time.
Do you want to play another game?
Yeah, we
game?
can play another game.
Okay,
Vivian,
so
Vivian, please make sure to keep those 5 minutes and tell me when it's over.
Okay, so let's play a game. I will just continue with my presentation because
that's not a game.
Wait, no. It will be a game, sorry. But it will be a game. Okay, then I didn't have time. Oh my God, I have to keep track of my time. It's just horrible. Yeah, I missed 2 people, secretary and sergeant of arms, but our lovely Sonia is doing her job. And the game I want to introduce you is who could be the best one to do this. So now you will be guessing. Conflict between VPE and VPM. Who could resolve that? Sonia?
Madam President.
Yeah, of course. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. There doesn't have to be just one person, of course, if they can communicate.
And we can all fight. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's have a fight in the mud.
Yeah.
Pillow fight.
And another question. We have a new member and he needs a mentor. Damian?
I know that stuff is doing Terka, but I don't know names of the roles. I know.
It can be done by vice president for membership, but I would maybe suggest this role to vice president for education.
Oh yeah.
It's more, educational, but yeah, vice president for membership can advise that person. Team building. This is tricky.
President.
Anyone.
Good ideas. But in my lovely paper that I used, as you can't see it, it says vice president for membership. And when you think about the role of vice president for membership to take care of members, it can be mostly done by vice president for membership. Cool, let's continue. Tools, videos, and flip charts. Yeah.
Vice president for promo, or how it's called.
Public relations, I wouldn't say that. Yeah, maybe you mean the videos. This is mostly when you need like a presentation during the meeting, but this would be the sergeant of arms. And we want to buy a new whiteboard.
The money guy.
The money guy.
Treasurer.
Sorry?
The money guy, yes. Sorry.
The money
The
guy.
treasurer, yes.
Treasurer.
He said treasurer.
Okay.
The official title is Sugar Daddy.
No, we are not asking about your job, Havran.
Okay, I will continue with my very nice game and to stop you. The one that is able to occasionally replace someone. This is tricky.
I have a question. Can I?
Of course you
What
can.
is all role star with vice president of and not, for example, expert of communication or expert of vice
That's a
always.
good question, Damia. I'm gonna give you a contact to a guy who might have the answer, but for now we can move on.
Okay.
Has
Damian, if
anyone?
that makes you happier, we can rename it just for you and for this
I
club.
can sleep with that with vice
Yeah,
president.
but if you will be called as an expert, you know, you'll be expected to do that job as an expert. Okay. Anyone the guess for this?
Vice president,
Secretary.
just secretary.
Secretary. Yeah, secretary actually should be able to replace the roles. That is quite interesting for me, you know, to be able to do everything. Sonia, I think you can manage that. New host at the meeting. What are we going to do with him or her?
We ask Tereska.
You mean the
We
guest
sent
at the
Tereska, we
meeting,
just
yeah?
tell Tereska bite and she just runs and bites.
Yeah, do we mean a guest at the meeting or if we have a new host like a moderator?
Guest.
This is a guest. Sorry, yeah, yeah. Problem with translation this here, but yeah, we have a
5 minutes
guest.
is over.
Thank you. I'm
Thank
just
you.
too slow. I hope you enjoyed the game. Was it difficult? No. Okay.
Hello, Tibor, your time is up. Are you ready?
Thank you. I am as ready as I will be.
There you go then. Go ahead. Your time, Vivian. Make sure to check his time. Ready, set, go.
First of all, Tessa, I think you might be a bit harsh on yourself. I saw the terror in your eyes when you got to know that your time was up, but you did a great job with your speech. And now let's look at what was so good about it together with all other people in here. So, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, Tessa is amazing at content management. She is perfect at the way of picking information. You may have noticed it when she started speaking about the individual roles within uh, the officer's zone. She chose well, and she chose just the most important things, which to me was very helpful because with so many positions, I could get lost in the terms and skills, but I did not, which is great for an informational speech. Another great thing for an informational speech is to still keep a conversational tone, which is another great thing I spotted, and that is the interaction between the speaker and their audience. Tessa, you called us out. You called out the people you know where to answer correctly, which again made the entire interaction positive and concise with the speech. And therefore, I value the way you kept conversational tone within the boundaries of content-oriented informational speech. That is a thing many people cannot do, but you managed it well, and I think you will manage it well in the future. What I think was the terror in your eyes was the time, and that is my one single biggest recommendation for you. Manage your time. And how can you do it? You can do it by practice. You can practice the entire speech. And my personal experience is that if I make myself tell the speech in half the time I will expect it to last, it also helps me know what is important, and on the spot I can just throw away the stuff that is not important for the speech as I see the cards coming, because you can see the cards coming always. And to wrap things up, I think Tessa did a great job at picking the right information, at keeping conversational style within the informational speech. And I see great potential in the area of time management, which could be the area you may want to focus on. I'm really looking forward to your next
Time
speeches.
is over.
Well, good thing you practiced, eh? Because you would fail. Yeah, no, okay. Never mind. Thank you, Tibor. Thank you, Tessa. Now we are going to move to panel evaluation. I'm going to switch the view. There we go. First, we are going to give panel evaluation to Tessa. I'm going to be asking you one by one to give her at least one thing that she can do better and one thing that you liked. Dami, I'm going to do you a favor. You're going to go first, okay? So you don't have to think much.
One thing which I like, that was questions on the end. And I learned about roles, so your goal is complete. And one thing you can improve is, I think, time, maybe. This is my suggestion and what I like.
Thank you, Damian. Thank you very much. Next one, Tibor. What's your suggestion for Tessa besides everything else what you just told her?
Sure, as I mentioned, when you see the cards coming, you need to throw stuff out. And the thing I threw out was the introduction. You know, speaking is like fishing. You need to get a great hook for the audience to get to you by the end of the speech. So I think if you sold us the roles and connected the skills part with the skills that can be learned, that would create a great hook for you to take us on the journey you wanted us to go on.
Thank you, Tibor. Vivienne, what would you recommend, Tessa? Gotta unmute first.
As me, it was good.
Any recommendation?
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay, well, Tessa, you've done really good. Sonia?
Okay, from a positive side, I really enjoyed that you used the presentation and it was very simple and you had a very warm atmosphere created by the asking the questions and involving the audience. For the recommendations, I will write you more, but I will go for the fact that you have few moments when you were using a slang. Hey guys, yeah. And then through the speech you use so careful with that. So. And the other thing is when you're telling about the roles and you don't want to be specific if it's him or her, you like president, and then you were saying he is doing, he is doing, he is doing. So either use he or she or they, or this role can do this and this. Careful with that gender equality or how we want to say it. The rest of the things I'll write to the evaluation directly too.
Thank you, Sonia. Okay, we have very little time left, so Anka.
I will be very quick. I really like the fire on the screen, and Terka Tessa can show more fire in her voice, little bit encourage people and tell them in human terms, people who are not even Toastmaster yet, that they can have an important position in the club, but they can actually do some examples.
Thank you very much. Havran?
Tessa, your topic for today's speech was very informational, and those tend to be a little bit boring. So what I would suggest to you to do is focus more on your vocal variety, do more pauses, use stronger expressions, and sometimes be a little bit more quiet in order to get us out of the comfort of listening to the same tone, same volume of speech. It makes us be aware and think more about what you are saying.
Thank you, Havran. I'll
Time
just
is
be really
over.
quick. Thank you. I would say basically the same as Havran. You had good energy, but it was like this. High, but like this, put variety into it. I want to hear more variety. Thank you. Now we will switch to panel evaluation for Tibor. And now, well, Vivian, please have 1 minute for each person instead of 2 minutes together. And we'll do our best for Tibor. Okay, I'll start this time. Tibor, I liked your starting, like how you encouraged Tessa. It was like if I was Tessa, I would be melting, and I would be like, so I'm feeling so good about myself. Lot of good stuff. I started to get lost in so many commandments, like she's so great. I'm like, wait, so where's the feedback? I'm just hearing the good things. A little bit hard to follow when it comes to sentence structure and not unnecessarily difficult terminology, which I use right now as well. Just keep it simple, speak simple, as if you would speak. It's the same with writing, it's the same with sales, it's the same with speaking. Speak as if you are talking to a 5th grader, and everybody will understand. And if people can understand you, you are good. What I liked was the specific recommendation in the end. You had a good summary. And I like how you said, I see a great potential in time management. That's a very nice way to say you suck at time management.
1
Okay.
minute is over.
Thank you, Vivian. Sonia?
I will second to some parts of Peter's recommendations or the feedback. I like that you had a very nice and positive approach. It was direct talking to the speaker. You praised her. You had a very, I probably will be more of a technical explanation. You had a very nice voice. You were nicely looking into the camera. You used very specific advice, and I liked it because it was clear to me what Tessa could improve straight away. You used the hand gestures, and I will have here maybe a thing, don't overuse your hands. You were using them and you were showing some things and something. Just think about it that the hands don't have to be going on all the time, that they are there to support it, but they should not take over the stage. And maybe my suggestion would be, when you will be at the contest, move a bit away from the camera so you have more space. So, because now you are sitting up front the computer, I'll suggest to, at least as I am, to be sitting a bit further away so we can see more of you, so you can better, probably that distance would be for me a more suitable to give a feedback so we can see more of the hands, more of you. If you are too close, sometimes is it like slightly too much. And I really like that you had a nice wrap up with the recap, what was good and what would be your suggestion. That's all from me.
Thank you, Sonia, very much. Damian?
Thank you, Peter. Tibor, you started your speech with such professionalism, I would say. You was talking in such a detailed way, and it sounds so professional, and I like it. One thing to improve, you gave Tessa recommendation, manage better time, but you didn't manage time well, so it's for me weird because you didn't make what you told.
Thank you very much, Damian. Yeah, that was quite fun. And now, like, hey, be better with time. Oh, wait, I'm out of time as well. Well, it happens to everybody. Anna?
I would skip the expression like content-oriented informational speech because it's very easy to fall into the trap of this highly complex word or sentence structure. And my recommendation is, because you are very analytical, well, that is great. And some people already pointed that out. People cannot usually remember more than one or two suggestions. It depends. And I would just focus on those and give example how they can actually change it, and just enjoy yourself because you are doing it for fun and helping the person you are evaluating. Otherwise, I really enjoy it because it was very detailed.
Thank you, Anka. Havran?
Well, it was already said, but I have to say it again. If you are doing a recommendation for someone, please be sure to lead by example and don't do the same mistake as the one you are recommending. Meaning, if you're recommending to someone to keep your time in focus, please don't be out of time.
Thank you. Vivienne, do you have anything? Yeah, sorry, that was my fault.
I don't know to tell.
You don't know any recommendation for Tibor? Anything that you called like speak slower, don't use so big words?
I think this was good.
This was good. Well, Vivian likes everybody tonight. It's you should be a judge at a competition. That would be nice. Thank you. That's all. We will move to quantitative evaluations. Our first quantitative evaluator is grammarian Anka, who I forgot to ask about the word of the day, so we didn't get the word of the day. So Anka, how did we do with grammar today?
Grammar was very interesting tonight. And why? Because we have a lot of big words, and because of it we have been missing some small words. I will tell you exactly what I mean. I just have to open everything. And we have my favorite is establishment of lovely atmosphere. That's a favorite new expression. I think Tessa said that word. It was about one of the roles that this person is responsible for establishment of lovely atmosphere. Establishment is usually a pub or a restaurant, but can be even a club, and this is absolutely perfect. It's my favorite expression and could be even word of the day if we had one. Then we had, it's good motivate people. There is something missing in that sentence. What is missing, Tessa?
Good to motivate.
Yes, those are these small words we omit sometimes, especially if we try to say something very fast. And it was really lovely to see something lost in translation. If we have a new host of the meeting, host is in Slovak language a guest. So it was fun. And Vivian also had a lot of experience because she mistook ghost for a guest few times when we were reading a book, because we are reading scary stories with Vivian, but not tonight. Today we only have a host, and it was fantastic. And then Peter mentioned commandments. Those are usually religious tenets. So we will not have them today. We will have maybe commands or recommendation. That was a perfect one. So many fantastic words. And my favorite one is establishment of lovely atmosphere. That's all for today.
Thank you very much, Anka. We will continue with our quizmaster, Damian, who I am sure has a big list of great questions prepared. Damian, ask away.
Thank you for the inviting me on the stage. We are going to do this like. Please unmute yourself.
You are muted.
Damian, you're muted.
Okay, let's start again. Please all unmute yourself as me. And we are going to battle men versus women. And if you know right question, please say it or shout it. And because all questions are connected to Tessa, you will help me decide who was first or yeah, that's all. And my first question is, what adjective gave Peter to Tessa at the beginning to speaker Tessa? He called her
Smiling?
Peter.
Dummy speaker.
Yeah, dummy speaker.
Ah.
Which two girls, or yes, which two girls did exercise today?
Sonia
and Tessa.
Yeah. Yes, that's right. What was the beginning question at Tessa's speech? She asked us one question. What was that question?
What are the skills you want to learn?
Yes, that's right. Now, that's correct. And what picture have Tessa in the background?
Flames.
Yeah, that's correct. What are most important skills that president needs to have? Tessa mentioned three, and if you say me just two, it's okay.
Responsibility.
Yeah, that's right.
Decision making.
Yeah, that's correct, Sonia. Women have her first 1 point. Which two roles Tessa missed in her speech?
Sergeant at arms and
yes, Sergeant at
secretary.
Arms. Yes, that's correct. Well done, Sonia. And last question was what was main suggestion from Tibor to Tessa? What was
to look at the time or work with the time.
Yeah, that's correct. But still, men won, and big applause to men. Or it was 4-3 or like that. And thank you for this all.
Thank you, Damian, very much for helping us out with this. We had fun, at least. Yeah, we had fun. I saw people smiling and laughing. That means people had fun, right? That's why people smile, right? Okay. Our last quantitative role of tonight is our timer, Vivian, who will tell us how awful we were at time today.
Peter should had 10 to 15 minutes. He had 9 minutes and 2 seconds. Tessa should had 7 minutes to 10 minutes. He had 10 minutes and 10 seconds. Evaluator Tibor, he should had 2 minutes and 3 minutes. He had 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Panel evaluator, they had 2 minutes or 3 minutes. They had 3 minutes and 30 seconds. I don't know what is this. Maybe panel evaluator 4 seconds and 40. 4 minutes and 40 seconds. And grammarian Anna, she should had 1 minute or 2 minutes. She had 2 minutes and 3 seconds. Quizmaster Damian, he should had 1 minute to 3 minutes. He had 2 minutes and 47 seconds. Thank you.
Thank you, Vivian, very much for a detailed time recap. Yeah, let's call it recap. I see you got better in English. If I compare it from the first time you arrived and we kind of tried to make you speak, you are doing much better today than you were not last time, but before. Keep on doing that. You are doing great. Thank you. Now, our last person who is in the agenda is Sonia, and she's going to whoop our bottoms.
Okay, hello everyone. I'll try not to whoop your bottoms. I will try to recap tonight. I will start straight away with Peter as our Toastmaster of the evening. I like that Peter asked at 6 o'clock in the evening that if we should wait 2 more minutes, and it was agreed, or 5 minutes, and it was agreed that 2 minutes are fine. I like when we know about it, when we are here and we are waiting. You nicely, Peter, raised the energy for the introduction. You were using a very gentle humor and you used the jokes, and it's very nice to see and feel the energy. Just make sure you keep it all evening up. Don't make it that it sometimes goes a little bit lower and then you're just trying to pick it up again. If you are joyful and enjoying the evening, then just make sure it's up all night. What I really enjoyed was the fact that you very clearly and very detailedly explained what will happen tonight. It is not a regular meeting as we have. There were some changes to help Tibor to prepare for the contest. And I love that you exactly said that we do it this, then we do this, then this and this. So well done, awesome. I as well like the interesting introduction question and the fact that you asked every one of us and you were listening for the answers. As well, a very entertaining and very nice introduction of our main speaker for tonight, who was dummy speaker, but still the best dummy speaker we could have. From a technical point of view, I like that you moved Tibor to the breakout room and you give us a space to speak while he is preparing. So well done for that. And what was the very best for tonight was the fact how you led the panel discussion, that you were directly asking people to contribute, because we know that the feedback is very important and we should give it. Because it not only helps the speaker, but it as well helps us to recollect and be more aware of how we are speaking and what we are saying. So that's the positive side. The awesome part, some tweaks to improve. Yeah, let's start with the light. You are very orangey. I don't know why, it's not just the t-shirt, but the light is a little bit darker for you right now. Also just more light. Okay. And the fact what you did at the end of the introduction, you adjusted the computer. At the beginning, we saw you like this. I'm like, okay, you know, I know you, but well, a little bit further from the computer sounds as a really good. What was as well done good was the fact when you realized that you forgot the word of a day, you said it, okay, we forgot it, but you noticed yourself that we didn't do it. So kudos to you to say that, okay, I've missed it. I've said all the stuff to Tibor during the evaluation, and I sent him all the notes. So Tibor, in case you want to speak about later on, I could maybe give you more stuff, but I will go to Anna as our grammarian. I like that Anna is always adding her sense of humor into the evaluation, because finding the great words and the small words, I was like, what is going to be this about? But Anna put it very nicely together. And what's really good is the fact when the grammarian involves the audience. Simple thing, we all are not native speakers and we do some mistakes. We could learn and improve when we are trying to find out how to say it correctly. So great that you did it. The only suggestion, yes, we have to sometimes look down to notes. I'll use it very simply. I'll put a notepad on the screen, so it's next to the screen and next to the camera. It's a little bit easier. Yeah, you use the phone. Good. Next time, put it next to the computer. Quizmaster or Quizmaster Damian, you explained the rules and then you were asking the questions. We were shouting. Sometimes we do remember, sometimes not. I will have two suggestions. First one is don't make too long introduction, then we have less time for the real competition and the fight. So say that, okay, now we unmute, you shout the questions, or I say the question, you shout the answers, we move on to the next question. Just shorten it out, that it's not too long, we have more time for the questions, and give it more energy. It looks like, yeah, the man won, but well, we give them an applause. Yeah, you know, some questions. Well, I would say that women knew more questions and the answers, but well, I might have a word after that with you. Anyways, use more energy. Last but not least, our timer, Vivian. And I will join what Peter said. When you first came and you were our timer and you were telling us the time, your English was on a little bit weaker side. You were not so sure. Right now, what I see, it's like a big heart. It's an amazing. I really see a huge improvement. I really love it. So just keep doing it. You were really good showing the time cards. You nicely recap it. You told us how much time we should use, or the speakers should use. So it's from time to this time. And in the reality, they use this one. So awesome. I don't have any recommendation. Just keep coming and speaking. We will be more than happy to hear you and have you here. So that's all from me. Thank you very much for coming. I really enjoyed the evening. I hope, Tibor, you have all the notes. In case you need more, then we can talk in the after party. Overall, thank you very much for coming. I like that Tessa used her time and explained us the office's role. Tibor used the time and practice for the contest. Practice and practice and practice. In case you will have somewhere a practice in a different club, just let us know. We can come and help. We can come and listen and give you more feedback. That's all for tonight. I will have one announcement. Yes, Tibor, I know you will need to leave, but next Thursday, it's an Earth Day and we will have a meeting. So in case you have a time next Thursday, Tibor, please come and join us. It's a very specific evening and I will be leading it, and I would love to see you here. So please, everyone, make a note. Have a good evening, Tibor. See you soon. I hope to see you all next Thursday when we are going to discuss Earth Day and a little bit of an eco, bio, and everything in between. What we do and what we could do more to save the Earth and help a little bit on that green side and what really a green side means. So this is my invitation for you to come next Thursday. And before I close the whole evening, and in case no one else has any announcement, in case you do, please raise a hand, give a shout, some sign that you want to speak out. Okay, Havran, you can unmute yourself.
I just want to say it was good to meet you all. It was a nice evening, and thanks everybody for coming.
Good, thank you. Can I give you then the question for the closing round, because you were so brave and raised your hand?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay. Obviously, I would like to know if you want to come next Thursday, and in case we have some role, we can just think what we could give you, but because it's going to be a very ecological meeting, I will have a question. What could be your, and I'm getting an inspiration for that Thursday, what is the thing you do right now to help keep the earth a more greener place? So what do you do? And I think Havran is the first one.
Yeah,
Tessa, don't be so.
that's a good question, and you're not gonna like it, but absolutely nothing.
Well, then you definitely need to come next Thursday.
Like, okay, I do separate my trash into like paper, plastic, and stuff, but that's about all, because like there are a lot of causes that are worth fighting for, and this is just not my cause to fight for. So I just do my basic stuff I was raised to, like separate the trash, but nothing really like go out and collect trash on the riverbank or stuff like that.
Okay, making a note, and I'm gonna have next week a few ideas that you can do, and you just don't know that you can do it, and it's not going to cost you anything or give you more pressure. But the good thing is that you separate the trash. That's a good thing. Thank you, Havran. Okay, Tessa, you were raising the hand, so please tell us.
Yeah, so I'm trying to do my best by not wasting food. Yeah, just to buy as much as I think I will eat, and I try to really use that before it, it dies. And another thing is that I tend to not use plastic bags. I use either bags out of cotton, and even for things like sweet potatoes, apples, bananas, I either use nothing in case there is, you don't need a plastic bag for banana. So I use nothing, or just reusable bag. Of course I recycle. Then another thing I use.
Don't say everything. Come on, give a chance to someone. I know that you do loads of stuff, but let's say that 3 of them will be enough for today. Next will be next week, okay? I know that you will tell us loads. Anna.
What I am doing to protect or save the environment, I don't separate trash that much as I should. That's not what I am doing. What I am doing, I'm definitely saving paper, because I have almost everything in my computer and on my mobile phone. And I am not polluting the environment because I don't smoke.
Good, that's a good thing. Thank you, Anna. Peter.
Yes.
The question, you know it. What do you do already for helping the green earth, or how you are helping to protect the earth right now?
I don't burn the ants like with the magnifying glass. I don't do that. I don't kick dogs when I see them. I do separate trash as well. What else don't I do? I don't really have a tendency to leave like drugs on the street, so the kids can get dumped, That's how I do my protection of the environment.
Okay, very nice that you are not hurting animals. That's really good thing. Damian, your way of helping Earth.
Oh, I did that. Yeah, we are cutting infected trees, so green ones can't infect from them. And we are planting new trees, and also we are separating trash and other stuff.
Okay, that sounds good. The planting over trees is a new thing. No one said it yet. Vivian, what are you doing to protect Earth?
I trying saving water, and I not throw away the food. I have a dog, so I don't problem with it.
Yeah, having a dog is very helpful thing. I do agree with it. The only trouble is when the dog is then, eating slightly too much. But in case he or she is not or eat, it's perfectly okay. Thank you very much for sharing. I would say that I'm doing quite a few things. I need to probably start with planting trees, which Damian suggested, but are really trying to separate the trash, then saving the water and not using too much, using not plastic bags, but reusable bags, or not using the bags at all. Those were really amazing tips, and I'm glad that we all are at least knowing about them. But we will still talk more about next week on Thursday. So please come and join us. There will be more ideas what we can do, and I'm hope to see you there. That was all for tonight. Thank you very much for tonight evening. I will ask whoever was recording to stop the recording. And in case anyone